Good morning. We're joined by head coach Sean Ricketts. Coach, thanks for joining us this morning.
Hello, good morning, Bob.
Both the conference title and the SoCal title this month. So now we're in our final stage of the season. But what's the program's always final goal? And here we are. We're at the state title. Tell me, how are things been going? I know the last time we saw each other was earlier this year in November at Chaffey College. Since we last see you in action, tell me what has the team been doing, and are we ready?
Yes, we are ready as we can be.
Hmm.
Just to speak on the last time that we've seen one another, we're headed in the right direction with the program's goals and in our season goals. But Chaffey College, the regional meet was a milestone
Hmm.
for our men's and women's program. This is the first time in school history that both men's and women's programs have won the SoCal title in the same year. So with that said, that was a milestone for the program and then a stepping stone in the direction we're headed for state. So literally the last 2 weeks has mainly been all about health and consistency and within that recovery
Hmm.
and getting ready to have the goals, our best performances of the season of the state meet.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, cross country is one of those sports that it's always reminded to every player, every place counts. I know that you've stressed many a times with each individual athlete, to know what the role is, to know what's expected of you. Without giving away obviously the strategic plans for this weekend, what are some of the messages and the things you're telling each athlete heading into the state finals tomorrow?
One of the biggest themes for us is staying connected as a team.
Hmm.
And so that's the biggest thing is one is not necessarily you want to see your teammates, but both men's and women's teams this year have done a good job either running as a pack or with a teammate. And at the same time, both squads we've been working on our time gaps.
Hmm.
So the it's literally the time gap between our 1 and 5. And so that's something that we paid close attention to. But in terms of that, stay connected as a team, trust the process, and basically finish strong.
So, hey, speaking a little bit about the course, I took a look at the weather report. There's some rain expected tomorrow, before, during, and after the competition. Um, Tell me, how much does the weather affect the planning and the game plan tomorrow? Are you putting any contingencies in place for that? And also, the second part of that question is, with rain, how does that affect the course? Does it run faster? Is it smoother? Is it slower? And on top of that, it's going to be 30 to 40 degrees tomorrow. So it sounds like we're headed to a lot of fun tomorrow morning.
Uh, so to kind of take that step by step, for us, weather doesn't change anything
Hmm.
in terms of the mindset and the game plan. Uh, we are aware it may be a little bit slippery. It all depends on how much rain happens overnight and
Hmm.
in the morning. Um, if it's not too much, it makes the course faster.
Hmm.
Um, but in terms of that, there could be some spots that we're already aware of that could be slippery. Half the squad on both men's and women's ran to the state meet last year, and it was the same. It rained. It
Yeah.
rained. So it's nothing that I would say the athletes on the team are not used to. But in terms of that, it's making sure that we have the right gear,
Hmm.
and just keeping the right mindset and controlling those controllables that you can. And the weather we can't. So kind of got to lose, not worry too much about what the weather is going to be, rather
Sure.
than what the race plan is and what we need to go out and execute.
Absolutely. That's one of those things that, pretty much any person that's ever competed at any level, it's always that you can only control what you can control. And weather is definitely not one of them, right? You go in it and you go out and do what you got to do. We are joined once again by head coach Sean Ricketts, men's and women's cross country team over at Mesa College, who is currently on the road right now, fighting some traffic headed to Fresno as we speak. Hey, Two more questions for you. As mentioned earlier, there's a lot of strategy that goes into cross country. You know, the SoCal obviously, and the conference championships. You know, it's kind of hard to kind of determine the opponents right now, right? And I believe you know, Mount Sac last year's state title didn't have, I believe, two or three of the runners at the SoCal championships, I believe. Is it safe to say that there's a lot of planning going on right now behind the scenes with the coaching staff trying to figure out what we're doing? And what do you guys do behind the scenes when it comes to that? Are you guys just crunching numbers? Or you guys tell me a little bit about that process?
Um, to be honest with you, it's very straightforward.
Hmm.
We are only focused on us,
Hmm.
and I would say, the data crunching, the numbers, that's something that we've been looking at since the summer.
Got it.
And that theme has been connection as a team, literally
Hmm.
those time gaps.
Hmm.
And yeah, they've demonstrated that progression throughout the season.
Hmm.
And so in terms of at this point, it's even with the coaching staff, it's don't overthink it.
Hmm.
We're just going to go out and do what we've prepared for.
Hmm.
And they are well prepared. This group went, I would say, probably one of our most important meets of the season is to come up and preview this course in September.
Yep. Yep.
And so in terms of that, we've taken all the right steps, and that's the true kind of benchmark. So, also, besides just in terms of like performance as a coach, I'm looking for how one, they run the race.
Hmm.
So from first mile, second, third, fourth for the guys, one through three for the ladies, uh, and then how they improve from that
Hmm.
benchmark from the beginning of the season. So that's what I'm specifically looking for.
Got it. Again, that kind of goes back to what I said just previously, as far as, you know, worrying about what you can control, and an opposing team's numbers or what they're doing. Hey, I don't care. None of us should care. We know what your numbers are. Let's worry about what we have to do. Or in other words, to keep it simple, run fast. Run as fast as you can. And I don't care about the weather. I don't care what was done 3 weeks ago. Here we are now. Go do what you have to do. Hey, last question for you, Sean. You touched on it a little bit just a second ago. Um, you know, what are some of the things that you want to see your athletes doing tonight in preparation for tomorrow? And also, you know, you touched on it a little bit. What do you want to see from them tomorrow? Besides, of course, bringing home another state title to Mount Olympus. Tell me a little bit about some of the things that you are expecting from your athletes tonight, and yeah, some of the things that, you know, again, tomorrow hopefully we're talking again that with a title in hand.
Today, just want to see them relaxed and just uh, connecting as a team outside of running.
Hmm.
And so, in terms of that, it's just seeing them, that bond that they built, having an enjoyable and fun experience on this trip, and staying focused but relaxed and having fun with
Hmm.
it. Tomorrow, more of it's more of a celebration of what
Hmm.
we've worked towards this season. So tomorrow, just seeing them going out and executing that race. Nothing should be forced to happen. It's more of just putting that last piece of the puzzle together, and so letting it happen for them. And again, connecting as a team and enjoying the experience. I'm very, very proud, um, and have a lot of gratitude and appreciation towards each student athlete on this team and all the sacrifices and the work they put into it. So tomorrow is just kind of like that final piece of the process, and having fun with it, rain or shine.
Got it. Well, coach, have a safe drive up. Hopefully we're speaking tomorrow on which we allow us to celebrate some more. Let's go out there and show them what the Mesa cross country and track program is all about.
Bo, thank you very much.